You're watching Wisconsin Eye, an independent, nonprofit public affairs network, engaging the citizens of Wisconsin since 2007 through access to government proceedings and public policy events.
Governor Evers, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Well, welcome. We are delighted to have you. Thank you for being early. And
Yes.
Welcome to the Boy Scouts of America's report to the state of Wisconsin. My name is Lucia Cronin, and I am an executive board member of the Central Region of the Boy Scouts of America. It's my pleasure to host today's report to the state and to be joined on the Zoom screen by some outstanding Eagle Scouts. Thank you, Governor Evers. Eagle Scouts, parents, family members, and Scout executives and staff who are attending the report this afternoon. There's an annual tradition for youth representatives from the 7 Boy Scouts of America councils that are headquartered in Wisconsin to provide an update to the legislative leaders and the governor on Scouting's accomplishments of the past year. This year, due to the pandemic, we are doing this virtually and are glad to be able to do so, but we do miss the opportunity to visit the state capitol and look forward to that again next year. The past year has been challenging for Scouts across Wisconsin and across the country due to COVID-19, of course. But Scouts and Scout leaders are resilient and innovative. Working together, they figured out safe and creative ways to continue the Scouting program, both virtually and through outdoor activities following the CDC guidelines. Scouts also responded to community needs during the pandemic through service projects that included mask making, food drives, and supporting essential workers. 2020 was a historic year for the Boy Scouts of America as we welcomed the inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts. In 2019, we opened our Scouts BSA program to serve both boys and girls. And you may recall that one of those girls was part of our contingent when we were there in the state capitol 2 years ago. Here we are 2 years later, proud to celebrate the accomplishments of more than 1,000 young women across the nation, 35 of them from Wisconsin, who are now Eagle Scouts. And now, please enjoy this news story from Spectrum News 1. It highlights the Wisconsin members of the inaugural Eagle class.
2 years ago, girls were first allowed into the Boy Scouts of America. And in that time, 35 girls from the state of Wisconsin have earned themselves the highest rank, earning them the title of an Eagle Scout.
I had always wanted to be an Eagle Scout, but then when I found out we could be in the Scouts, I knew I was going to be an Eagle Scout because I actually had the opportunity.
35 Eagle Scouts across Wisconsin and just over 1,000 across the U.S. And they are all female. This is the first class of female Eagle Scouts since the Boy Scouts of America first allowed girls in 2 years ago.
It's crazy to think about that something that I put my mind to is going to have such a long-lasting effect on other females. And I think it's just incredible that I'm able to be a part of this trailblazing group of girls and women. And I just feel very happy that I was able to have that experience.
An experience Annie Scheit from southeastern Wisconsin got to take on with her sister.
I was very excited to get the knowledge aspect, to have to learn to have survival skills, and to be exposed to the same things that my brothers had.
While many of these girls across Wisconsin may not know each other, they all went through the process at the same time and have a whole lot in common.
Very surreal. It is something that I've always looked up to my whole life, ever since I knew what it was. And it is something that you should not just take with a grain of salt, because it is certainly a huge accomplishment, and it is something that will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Collecting countless badges along the way and completing Eagle Scout projects across their communities to make a lasting impact.
My hope is that if they want it, they will strive to achieve it. That they will put their passion into something like this if they're passionate about it, and that they will keep working hard to be able to get the honor and the rank of Eagle.
A group of girls making their way to grown women by adding yet another major accomplishment under their belt while representing the state of Wisconsin. In Milwaukee, Megan Marshall, Spectrum News.
What a great video clip that is. I really enjoy seeing that. Today, I also want to thank Michael Neuwanner. He is the legislative assistant to Representative Mark Bourne, and he has coordinated the report to the state this year with our elected officials. Mike is an Eagle Scout. He's from Troop 131 in the Illini Council, and he will now introduce Governor Evers. Mike?
Hi, everyone. And Mr. Governor, thank you very much for being here. Thanks again for everybody being able to meet today for this year's report to the state. It's obviously a very special day, and we're all very appreciative of everyone's time to be here. I'd like to, at this time, introduce the governor of the state of Wisconsin, Tony Evers. The 46th governor of Wisconsin is currently in his first term and has been serving as Wisconsin's governor since 2019. Before this, he served as the superintendent of public instruction of Wisconsin. The governor did speak at our last report of the state 2 years ago, and we're all incredibly grateful that he's been able to attend this year's report of the state. The governor is going to hear about some of the incredible accomplishments the Boy Scouts of Wisconsin and some of these Eagle Scouts here with us have done this past year. Despite everything that's gone on. The governor is no stranger to scouting. In his youth, he was a Cub Scout, and we're all very thankful that he's here with us today. And I think we all really appreciate his support for scouting and the BSA.
Thanks so much, Michael, and greetings, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here today for Boy Scouts of America report to the state annual event. Even though this year's meeting is virtual, I'm happy that we could gather today virtually for this important Wisconsin tradition. And, while traditions are important, sometimes a little change can be good, as we just watched on the video message. Allowing young women to join the Boy Scouts and become Eagle Scouts is a huge step forward for the Boy Scout organization towards equality and inclusion. And we are already seeing positive impacts, as mentioned before, with over 1,000 becoming Eagle Scouts in just 2 years. The inclusion of young women not only strengthens this organization, but all of our communities by expanding the good work the organization does and growing the number of folks serving as role models in our communities. So I'm really incredibly proud of the young women here in Wisconsin who have taken on this challenge and have found great success in the Scouts, and thanks to your good work to not only leave a positive impact on your communities, but frankly, a legacy for other youth to look up to. That hope and that leadership is probably more important now than ever. This past year has been a difficult one for everyone, and I know that you have all been affected in numerous ways, from having to attend school virtually to being separated from friends and family members, to having to adjust to your meetings and events. It's been challenging and unprecedented. But our Scout troops across Wisconsin have worked to overcome those challenges, and you have made real lasting change in your communities this past year. From reimagining what your summer camp looks like in a smaller, socially distanced group, to continuing to work to eventually attain the rank of an Eagle Scout, You've all shown perseverance and dedication to being leaders in your communities. While folks have struggled across our state, you've continued your annual food drive to collect food for local food pantries. And with many of the food banks across Wisconsin counting on your Scouting for Food program to deliver much needed food, this year you continued to be flexible and creative and even created virtual food drives to when needed to make sure that your communities did not go without. With COVID-19 shifting some of the classrooms outside, one Wisconsin Boy Scout, Jonas Siebert, decided to give back and try to stop the spread of COVID by building an outdoor classroom for his Eagle Scout service project. That outdoor classroom is just one example of the work that you all do to help your communities stay safe and succeed. So I want to thank you all for your hard work and commitment and leadership that you've shown across Wisconsin, and I look forward to hearing your 2020 report and to continuing to work alongside all of you to continue to better our great state. So thanks so much for inviting me, and looking forward to the report.
Governor, thank you so much for those thoughtful remarks, and especially for your support of our organization. We deeply appreciate that. And now we are going to hear from the Scouts. They are representing, as I said, the 7 Boy Scouts of America councils across the state of Wisconsin. Each Scout will provide a self-introduction, and then we'll share highlights from their council during the past year. We're going to begin with Kaylee Rose of the Bay Lakes Council, which is headquartered in Appleton. Kaylee?
Hi, my name is Kaylee Rose, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 177, chartered by Faith Community Methodist Church in Greenville, Wisconsin. Currently, I am 16 years old and in 11th grade at Hortonville High School. I plan to attend UW and major in American Sign Language, and hopefully work in an early education environment specifically meant for children within the deaf community. For my Eagle Scout service project, I built 5 wooden shelving units for Harbor House in Appleton, Wisconsin, which will hold baby furniture, art supplies, and other items needed for residents. The project was very beneficial to Harbor House's organization system and will continue to help the business for many years to come. Today, I am representing Bay Lakes Council based in Appleton. The Bay Lakes Council serves 22 counties in northeast and eastern Wisconsin. In 2020, our council served 13,198 youth members through the help of 3,925 adult volunteers. The Bay Lakes Council had 256 scouts earn the rank of Eagle this year, with 15 of them becoming members of the inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts, which I am a proud member of. The Council's Scouting for Food drive collected more than 10,000 pounds of food, and $60,000 was raised for local food banks. Bay Lakes Council Scouts performed a total of 7,900 hours of community service this past year. The scouting community remained strong throughout the COVID-19 pandemic of 2020 in the Bay Lakes Council. We have all learned to adapt, be resourceful, and utilize the skills acquired from the principles of the scouting program to carry on through the pandemic. Over 7,500 individuals participated in our virtual hike-in and camp-in events this year. This concludes my report for the Bay Lakes Council. Thank you.
Maddie?
Hi, my name is Madelynn Branco, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 124, chartered by the Lutheran Church of the Good Shepherd here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I am currently in 11th grade at Memorial High School, and for my Eagle Scout service project, I built and installed 4 large picnic tables to benefit the Flying Eagle Ski Club in Eau Claire. I'm representing the Chippewa Valley Council based in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and serving 10 counties in west central Wisconsin. In 2020, our council served 2,290 youth members through 942 adult volunteers. Our council had 40 scouts earn the Eagle Scout rank during the past year. Chippewa Valley Council Scouts performed a total of 12,687 hours of community service this past year. One of our council highlights this past year was running a virtual camp out program in April of 2020, where scouts of all ages camped safely in their backyard and participated in programming virtually. We were able to get scouts out in the outdoors safely while keeping them connected to our community. Over 1,600 people interacted through this online experience. That concludes the report from the Chippewa Valley Council. Thank you.
Spencer.
Hello, my name is Spencer Sven, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 61, chartered by the Galesville Lions Club in Galesville. I'm currently in senior year at Trempealeau High School. For my Eagle Scout project, I built shelves, painted, and organized Old Main, a historic college in the city of Galesville. In addition, I polished the gravesite of George Gale, the town's founder. I'm representing Gateway Area Council based in La Crosse and serving 8 counties in the western part of the state. In 2020, our council served over 1,300 youth members through 600 adult volunteers. Our council had 31 scouts earn the Eagle Scout rank during the past year. The council's Scouting for Food drive collected more than 15,000 pounds of food for local food banks. The Gateway Area Council Scouts performed a total of 6,500 hours of community service this past year. One of our council highlights in 2020 included continuing our program virtually through the pandemic, which saw over 500 scouts participate from all over the US. We also safely were able to operate 4 weeks of programs at Camp Decorah in guidance with the La Crosse County Health Department. That concludes the report for the Gateway Area Council. Thank you.
Luke.
Hi, my name is Luke Kobza, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop number 46, chartered by American Legion William H. Lansing Post, number 360 in Waunakee, Wisconsin. I am currently in 12th grade at Waunakee High School. For my Eagle Scout service project, I built a buddy bench for St. John's Elementary School playground. If a student is lonely and looking for someone to play with, they sit on a bench as a signal to other students to go talk to them and include them in their games. I'm representing Glacier's Edge Council based in Madison, Wisconsin, and serving 14 counties in south central Wisconsin and 2 counties in northern central Illinois. In 2020, our council served 4,726 youth members through 2,088 adult volunteers. Our council had 105 scouts earn the Eagle Scout rank during this past year. The council's Scouting for Food drive collected more than 150,090 pounds for food for local food banks. Glacier's Edge Council scouts performed a total of 39,405 hours of community service this past year. The Glacier's Edge Council found ways to continue to offer the scouting programs during the Safer at Home and virtually schooling by offering online merit badges and camp at home camporees. Our unit leaders found ways to offer meetings online, and when weather allowed, we did outdoor activities with masks and social distancing. Our scouts appreciate the efforts that the adults put into offering the scouting program for us to participate in while the rest of the world was shut down. That concludes the report for Glacier's Edge Council. Thank you.
Derrick.
Hi, my name is Derrick Shill. I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 321, chartered by St. Paul's UCC in Menominee Falls. I am currently a senior at Germantown High School. For my Eagle Scout project, I built a fire pit and new benches for my church, Stillwaters Methodist Church in Jackson. The church needed a place for outdoor fellowship and youth programming. I started by building the benches in Door County with a group of adult volunteers. We finished them over the weekend and trailered them down here. Next, I had work days with my troop and other volunteers to work on the fire pit at the church. We were rebuilding a very small and very old fire pit that they already had there. The church has already begun using the new fire pit and the benches. I am representing Pottawatomie Area Council and based in Waukesha, which serves all of Waukesha County, parts of Dodge, Jefferson, Washington, and Walworth counties. Our council had 128 scouts earn Eagle Scout rank during the past year. In 2020, our council served 4,493 youth members through 2,106 adult volunteers. the Potawatomi Area Council Scouts performed a total of 30,380 hours of community service this past year. One of our council highlights in 2020 included a push due to socially distanced outdoor service projects. Some of the projects included river and park cleanups, planting trees throughout the community, making face masks for local nursing homes. And since we were unable to do scouting for food, our many units set up drive-through food drives. The drive-through food drive was a two-step process. The week leading up to the event, Scouts set up non-perishable food collection boxes in their front yard, which they monitored every day. The morning of the food drive, units set up collection sites in the parking lot of either a grocery store, church, or community location. The Scouts and passerby brought their collected non-perishable goods to the site. Then a group of volunteers at the drive-through food drive site took the food and filled it into boxes, which they stacked into a trailer. At the end of the day, the volunteers drove the trailer to their local food pantry to donate. That concludes the report for Potawatomi Area Council. Thank you.
Katie.
My name is Katie Martell, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 9427, chartered by St. Anne Parish in Wausau. I'm currently a freshman at UW Eau Claire, and I'm majoring in Communications and Sciences Disorders. For my Eagle Scout project, I built 8 Leopold benches and placed them along a developing walking path in the Willow Flowage area on DNR land. These benches will provide a place for hikers to sit and take a break while they are walking on the path. I'm representing Samoset Council based in Weston and serving 13 counties in north central Wisconsin. In 2020, our council served 2,618 youth members through 705 adult leaders. Our council had 57 scouts earn the Eagle Scout rank during the past year. The council's Scouting for Food drive collected more than $16,000 to donate to local food banks in 2020. Samoset Council Scouts performed a total of 30,367 hours of community service this past year. One of our council highlights in 2020 included being able to have in-person resident and day camps in the summer of 2020 without any positive COVID cases. Our overnight camps were only able to run at 30% capacity to ensure the safety of our scouts, but everyone agreed it was a welcome opportunity during a difficult year. That concludes the report for Samoset Council. Thank you.
Diego.
Hello, my name is Diego Alanis, and I earned my Eagle Scout rank from Troop 505, chartered by First Presbyterian Church of Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm currently in 11th grade at Indian Trail High School. For my Eagle Scout project, I built a Potawatomi tribal replica campsite benefiting Hawthorne Hollow in Summers, Wisconsin. The site consists of a wigwam, a hide stand, and a sign describing the Potawatomi people that walked on the 10,000-year-old trail known as the Old Indian Trail, also known as the Jambalaya Trail. I'm representing Three Harbors Council based in Milwaukee and serving Kenosha, Milwaukee, and Racine counties. In 2020, our council served 5,174 youth members through 2,229 adult volunteers. Our council had 115 scouts earn Eagle Scout rank during the past year. Three Harbors Council scouts performed a total of 51,067 hours of community service this past year. One of our council highlights in 2020 included shortly after the COVID-19 pandemic took hold, there was a significant need for mask and face coverings. Working with the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County, scouts in our council made more than 50,000 masks for health professionals and essential workers in need of masks at the beginning of the pandemic. That concludes the report for Three Harbors Council. Thank you.
Well, thank you to each one of our Eagle Scouts. Madelynn Branco of the Chippewa Valley Council has been selected to provide the report to the state presentation highlighting Scouting's accomplishments across the state in 2020. Maddie?
Governor Evers, I am Madelynn Branco, Eagle Scout from Troop 124 in Eau Claire. It is my pleasure to provide you with the Boy Scouts of America's report to the state of Wisconsin for the year 2020. This past year, the 7 BSA councils in Wisconsin served 33,457 scouts through 12,560 volunteer adult leaders. Additionally, 2,178 youth participated in the Learning for Life and Exploring Career and Character Education programs of the Boy Scouts of America. Statewide, there were 641 Cub Scout packs, 658 Scouts BSA troops, and 79 venture crews involved in scouting. 729 Wisconsin Scouts earned the rank of Eagle Scout this past year, including 35 girls who joined the BSA's inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts. In 2020, Scouts of Wisconsin recorded a total of 191,806 hours of community service. Through scouting for food drives across the state, Scouts also collected a total of 167,090 pounds of food for local community food pantries. That concludes the 2020 report to the state. Thank you for the opportunity to share the positive impact scouting has made across the state of Wisconsin during the past year.
Thank you, Maddie. And thank you, Governor Evers, for your remarks and for your time today. And again, for all of the support that you provide to scouting. Congratulations to each of our Eagle Scouts, not only those who are joining us today on this Zoom call, but to all of them across the state. It's a tremendous contribution to our society. Mike, thank you again for coordinating this today as well. And this concludes our program. Thanks for attending.
This program is a production of Wisconsin Eye, an independent, nonpartisan, nonprofit media network with a mission to inform, educate, and engage the citizens of Wisconsin. Wisconsin Eye is the nation's first and only independently funded state civics broadcast network, providing gavel-to-gavel access to government proceedings and events at the state capitol.